Om Shanti. Greetings of peace, love to everyone, to our brothers and sisters, joining us in very spiritual, lovely gathering of Zoe. So before meditation, just some few words to give us into the flow that we go. So as everybody is speaking, we are in quarantine. So I would say that meditation is like a spiritual quarantine as well. Because what we do when we go for quarantine because we so believe that we have gathered some kind of this bacteria, things that would make us disease, bring disease to our body. But spiritually as well, when we do meditation regularly, habitually, it's just like also time and again going inside to check what are these things that I have brought along with my action and interaction with the outer world that pollute or that bring disease, unpleasantness to the body. Because the reality when we are out there in the world acting and interacting with each and everyone, we can always be influenced in one way or another by what someone does, what someone thinks, what someone feels, and so on. And before we know it, we allow these things to come into our inner world, which then pollutes our inner. But if time and again we do the effort of checking what are these things that I have allowed in terms of thoughts, in terms of feelings and emotions that I bring with me. And definitely, if it is something unpleasant, it's going to pollute my inner world and bring the disease. So today, just like what I said last time, that it's a matter of choice of what thoughts would I plant in my mind, because my mind is so powerful, can be my best friend or my worst enemy, depending on the. So now, as we turn inward and for a while shut off our connection with the outer world, so that we can create that inner peace and harmony, which can bring power in. And in that, we don't allow all those feelings and emotions that bring sorrow to us. So follow with me, join me in this inner journey for a while, in this inner quarantine, so that we can awaken and we can put on that best, let's say, safety, that we can take care of ourselves this way and even. So sit comfortably and just allow your body, which may have been so busy for long, to take rest. Stillness of the body is the doorway to inner silence. As I allow this body to be still, then my focus and my attention turns inward. The next step is to focus on what goes on, which act is the essence of silence. So now I just go into the journey, just allowing, setting aside any goal, any feeling that I have acquired as I move on from to my action. I leave them for a while where they belong, so that my mind to allow pure and obvious I through in one internal experience. And first powerful thought I will find into my is the thought of who I. I become free. I become unlimited. So light, so free, which is the true freedom. And in the state of truth, I see the truth and later manifest the truth. But for now, enjoy the moment of silence. Enjoy the moment of truth. In this, we awaken our inner potential, our inner power. We become masters. We become bigger, stronger than any kind of experience that may come along the way. This energy of peace within brings love naturally. And this truth and this love brings more power. And as I stay in this highest consciousness, I connect with the source, with the divine. I stay with this point of light, connected with the ocean. It is the ocean of truth, the ocean of peace, the ocean of happiness. I don't have to ask anything from the ocean. I just have to receive, and to receive this powerful energy of love and purity. This pure energy of light lightens the soul with clarity. It melts any kind of fear, any kind of worry, because this light of truth brings clarity. So for a while, just create an image in your mind that I, the being of light, just receive that powerful light, powerful energy of love from the Supreme. So powerful that it can heal. So powerful that I can reach out to other souls in the world and I can share this power. enjoy this moment of just being with the truth about who you are. It gives that great feeling. It gives that powerful feeling. It creates oneness within, and just be with that flow of inclusion, oneness, and just be. So that in this state, being connected with the one, this very pure energy brings me to connect with other souls, with love, with truth, and with joy. This is the state when I can take refuge and enjoy that beautiful world within, pure world within, creating pure thoughts and just pure thoughts, and that no matter what, bringing this very powerful pure thought and energy as I relate to the world outside, it makes a difference. It can bring clarity. It can bring power. It brings hope. It brings oneness and brings that beautiful word of peace and purity that we all want. So all together, with this unified energy of purity, peace, love, and truth, we surround the world and we bring this energy to all souls in the family of souls. And with these good wishes and pure feelings, eventually we bring a better or the best world for each and every soul. In gratitude to our Supreme Source, that no matter what, still that energy that makes us safe, that makes us free from all these difficulties, always there. Have that silence of gratitude. Have that silence of faith. Take a deep breath in. As you breathe in, you take that power of truth and love. And as you breathe out, you radiate the same power to all souls. Om Shanti.
I have been unwound, I have been unraveled, strung out. I have been illusioned, lived a perfect lie. Then I opened my eyes to be lifted, to become all that you see in me. To be lifted far beyond the darkest part of me. I have been unbound, I have been unfettered to the water's edge. I have been inspired by the way you love. You've always known my heart. To be lifted, to become all that you see in me. To be lifted far beyond the darkest part of me. To love, to give. With your hand upon my hand, I will never walk alone. So the storms may come and the fear may come, I will not turn to be lifted, to become all that you see in me. To be lifted far beyond the darkest part of me. To be lifted, to become all that you see in me. To be lifted far beyond the darkest part of me.
So, greetings of peace, warm greetings to everyone once again. It's quite amazing and challenging that at this time, every Tuesday, as we used to have it here in the center, I can imagine faces of you seated here and just giving that very warm and beautiful smile to, to everyone being here, not being happy to be here. The challenge really is that it's not about distancing only, but even without physically the presence of anyone, still we can experience the presence. So it's like this physical eyes will have to go beyond what can be seen with his eyes. And this is a very good exercise that although physically I don't see you, we don't see you, you are there. And we are also there. So it's about time. And this is the blog of our speaker today, time to meditate, no? So we missed that. It's about time. So in this, I think it's about time, appropriate, that for tonight, our very lovely guest speaker, not really guest because we always have her as member of the family. So she's with us to help us go through the journey and experience the inner peace and inner protection with our dear sister, Aruna Ladva. But allow me to say some beautiful and nice, lovely things about Aruna. So, of course, she had been very instrumental to pioneer the BMC, the Bahrain Meditation Center, that she was here 2001 to start. And not until that, I think it can stand. Still, she's there, okay? Always there. But now she's currently based in Kuwait, but still connected with us. But that is the important thing. When we talk about BMC, our sister would always be there to remember that without the effort that she has done, then it would not have been possible with what we are today. So she's our big sister. So she's always, I would say, when I ask, where is Sister Aruna? Then she would always be in one country or another. But this time, I think it made her to stay put in London. No? So anyway, which means that in whatever capacity she would always be around wherever she can to be able to share her experience with all the wisdom and insights that she had had with a young age, starting to meditate, to share to the world, because that was a very powerful experience and life enriching experience that she would want others to experience as well. So although she may not be around the world, she had come up with very inspiring books, which is I think, brought about by the blog that she has. And she has come with 6 books at this moment, no? Maybe another book coming. And the latest is It's Time, the blog is It's Time to Meditate. And the latest of this is It's Time to Do the Inner Work. So without much ado, tonight she would share with us her wisdom insights on how her inner work can pave way to inner peace and protection, which eventually we can do to bring about power and protection to the world. So let's all welcome our dear sister, Aruna Ladva.
Thank
Hi.
you. Thank you, Vicky. So these
Okay.
video calls make us feel like we're just in the other room. So welcome, everybody. Is everybody doing okay? In your own homes, with your own routines? Actually, does everybody feel protected? This is the point, isn't it? And what is it going to take to feel protected? And I think, Vicky, if I'm correct, it's experiencing inner power and protection, right? Not inner peace, right?
Yeah, inner
Power.
power and protection.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. So, yes, this is the question. Does everybody feel protected? And If you think about it, um, there are police to protect us. There are bouncers to protect discos. Um, there are bodyguards to protect celebrities, the rich and famous. And we seem to think that we need physical strength in order to be strong, in order to be able to protect. But have we thought that there could be like a different kind of strength? Like, have we thought that there could be, like, what about having a bouncer to the mind? You know, like you have bouncers outside discos. Bouncers are those big heavyweight people that just say, no, you can't come inside now, or you're not allowed, or you're not eligible. So maybe we need to put a bouncer here and say, you know what, this thought, it's not allowed to go inside, or you're not allowed to do this. And also, I want you to think, is it only physical strength that can protect us? Or do we need to be looking at a different kind of strength? I knew somebody when I was in Vancouver, and she was a short person, yes, from Asian background. And she was excellent at martial arts. And when I asked her why she's so interested in it, and she said, because this is the only way I can protect myself. And because she was short, she was a female, she thought that she needed to learn, you know, martial arts in order to be able to protect herself. But we, as those who have been meditating for some time, we've been actually working on protecting the soul. We've been working on how to create this aura of light so that we can protect ourselves, but more about that later. So let me start with a story. So one of the stories is that there was a monk, and this monk had very bad skin disease, and nobody liked to go near him. And so this was the time of Buddhism. And so Buddha said we should, of course, treat everyone fairly, and we should help each one. And so he told his men, the other monks, he said, you go and give him food. But nobody wanted to go near him because he smelled and he had a bad skin disease. And so nobody wanted to go near him. So Buddha said, okay, I will go myself and give him food and see how he is. So Buddha went himself, gave him food. And then a third person, just looking onto this situation, said, but Buddha, you are so great. Why are you going to see this person? And Buddha said, it's okay. He looks like this now. Yes, he has the skin disease because in his previous birth, he had the, let's say, position, the job of giving punishment to others. And what happened is that one person had gone to him at that time, and that person pleaded to him and said, please don't punish me. And so he set him free. And that person was Buddha. So Buddha said, it's my duty now to help this person. So this is just an example of how our good karma really can protect us. So actually within the title, inner power and protection, it's actually our inner power that protects us. So I need to make the effort of constantly creating powerful thoughts inside. In fact, this whole quarantine thing, let's take a look at a couple of facets. So regarding the quarantine, what are we having to do? What is everybody telling us? stay inside, stay inside, stay inside, if you want to stay safe, right? So I need to go inside here if I want to stay safe. And then what's the other thing they're saying is the social distancing. Keep a space, keep a gap. And I'm sure you've seen many of those videos, you know, the domino videos. So something like those bricks, and then you let one go and it just dominoes. And then if you take one brick away, that domino effect stops. So in the same way, I need to just keep a little space between me and what's happening so that I don't react, I don't jump into that situation. It's not a reflex. And I'm able to kind of just stay detached. And then as a detached observer, this is what we say is SOS. So you stand back, you observe the situation, and then you steer, right? You take action. So if I'm not giving that space, there is an expression also between every action and a reaction, there is a space, right? In other words, between every stimulus and a response, there is a space in which to choose. And so what am I? So moment that is going to benefit me. So one of those things I just mentioned was the good karma. If you have done good karma, nothing is like the good karma will give you the confidence that you will always be protected. Who are the people that feel afraid? Let's talk about hurt a little bit. Who are the people that feel afraid? It's the people who feel guilty. It's the people who feel, oh no, I hope I don't get caught. And people are trying to hide something. So that fear itself generates more fear. Where the itself generates more goodness. The positivity generates more positivity. And so in terms of thoughts, where does it start? The action or the thought? It's the thought. So in terms of the thought, I need to make sure that right now I start thinking positive and I start doing positive karma. Because what is going to be my past, right? What's going to be my past is now, this moment. This future is going to become the present right now, and it's going to become the past. So really, literally, I've got to start creating good karma, positive karma here and now. And there's so many stories of this. I mean, all the movies actually, it's always the question of the good over the evil. Who wins in the end? It's the good, right? So mostly always a happy ending. So it's the good over the evil. And so the good are always protected. Even in the Indian epic, the Mahabharata, it was the Pandavas. There were 5 Pandavas on one side of this huge army, and there were 100 Kauravas. But who won? It was the Pandavas. Why? Because they were protected by Krishna. So there's many stories like this, even in the West. So once we keep doing the good, we know that that acts as, like, you can say, umbrella of protection or shield of protection. And this is what gives us the confidence. If I look at Dadi Janki, like she always used to say, I've never lied, I've never stolen anything, I've never wasted a minute of my life. I mean, when you have a life like that, then of course you can live as a carefree emperor because you have nothing to fear. In fact, I remember one time when I was in Vancouver, and I have a friend, she's still my friend, and she had like here now, there's a window and then there's like a landing. So somebody just climbed through the window, and she came in through the door, and she said to him, "Hi," just like this, like, "Hi," and she doesn't know who he is, and he just, he was in his jeans and t-shirt, and he said, "Hi," and luckily he said, "You know what? I've got locked out of my house. My flat is just there. So I thought I saw this window open. I thought I'd let myself out and go to the other flat." But my friend's response is a response that I never forgot, because this is the stage we need to have, which is, if somebody comes in your face and you don't know what their intention is, what kind of response am I going to give to this person? And it's going to depend very much on the inner work that I've done on myself. So if I've done the work of really loving, accepting, embracing everyone, however they are, whatever they are, no judgment, no discrimination, then really, as that person comes in front of me, I won't jump to my judgment. I will be more in inquiry mode. And I'll be saying, "Oh, can I help you?" And this is very much something that we teach in conflict resolution. And that is, don't resist. If I'm here and something's coming at me and I'm resisting it, then of course it's going to knock me over. But if instead something's coming at me, but I'm a bit more flexible, then what am I doing? I am using the force of that energy, and I'm able to topple that energy, but with ease, with calm, with inner peace. But again, it's that inner work. You see, just as we do this with martial arts, right? Okay, you say to the person, "Come," and then you topple them over. But in the same way, I should have such a practice inside in my mind where I'm able to say, "Okay, doesn't matter who's coming towards me, but my weapon is love. My weapon is kindness. My weapon is peace." And that's why we're saying this inner power. What is the inner power? It's to be able to hold these virtues with us in that moment and for as long as it takes. See, right now, as everybody is in lockdown, right? In fact, my friends are telling me, some of them who are therapists, coaches, counselors, that they are so busy because people are having a hard time living under the same roof 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It was fine so long as one went to work, and then this one had space, that one had space, then they came again, they were able to make some compromises. But now, 24 hours in your face, the same person, and they're not finding it easy. So one of my advices to somebody was, just look at their beauty. Just keep looking at their inner beauty. Because how the conflict starts, how the hurt starts, is when I look at their weakness, or when I say, "Well, they're not doing this right. They should be doing it like that. They didn't do this for me. Why should I do it for them?" All this kind of negative and waste thinking creates very bad feeling. And then this bad feeling is what is emitted. Actually, it doesn't even have to be emitted, but it's in your vibration, in the way you speak, the tone of your words. And then this is actually what affects the other person. Now just imagine a scenario like this. If you have a scenario like that, then imagine if then this person comes to you nicely, sweetly, kindly. How are you going to respond? If you've got all this junk in your head and negativity and maybe hatred and distaste and dislike and irritation, and then this person comes to you quite sweetly and says, "Would you like a cup of tea?" And you just explode because they just open you know, the gate to your reaction. So this is why really being in our spaces, it's so, I mean, physical spaces, it's so important to keep going back into our inner spaces and to keep bringing that calm inside of us. And the other practice that I've been doing for a while is honestly to keep putting the full stop. If something happens, full stop. Something happens, full stop. Don't go back, don't talk about it, don't need to repeat it. And really, it's no good. It's not good for me. It's not good for the other party. It's not good for the vibration in the house. It doesn't help. So if I want to feel a sense of protection, then I'm going to have to generate that sense of protection. So my positive thinking, I know this is all simple stuff, but we have to practice it. My positive thinking will actually even make the other person feel positive. As I think positive, positivity becomes contagious. As I am peaceful, that peaceful vibration is contagious. As I am loving, that loving vibration is contagious. And so in that moment, again, notice I cannot blame anybody. I can't blame anybody because, you know, I have created my own reality with my thoughts, my words, my feelings, and my deeds. And if this is the reality I've created, like I was talking to somebody today, and in English, we say you make your bed and you lie in it, right? You make your bed. So in other words, this is what you've created, and now you have to sleep in it. You have to stay in it. You have to endure it. But let me say, honestly, like it can change like this. It can change like this. So let me just talk a bit about the vices. See, when we are in a state of ego, anger, attachment, jealousy, possessiveness, like a greediness, a neediness, when we are in this negative state, then we feel very insecure. We can't feel protected. We don't feel safe. Let's put it like that. We don't feel safe. And that's because inside there's this feeling of not being enough, not having enough. And because it's not enough, even what is coming to me, I can't appreciate it. And so I'm never content. I'm never content. And because I'm not content, again, it's a vicious cycle. I'm not content, so I need to fill myself. To fill myself, I need more, right? So there's the greed, then I need to hold on to what I have, which is the attachment. And then I have to have some sense of pride about it, which is the ego. And it's a vicious circle. And the hole, with greed, the hole just never gets filled. So when we talk, let's talk about the protection, the spiritual protection now. So when we talk about spiritually protecting ourselves, I first need to really start with the quality of my thinking. Because we believe here that as you sow, so shall you reap, right? You can't plant a tomato seed and get cucumbers. You can't plant hate and then expect to get love. And we've again seen many examples, and even in my life, I mean, kindness just pays off. Even today, I went to show my phone to be fixed, and he was just nice because I'd gone there before a couple of times to ask him. I wanted to first ask him a number of questions before I took my phone. And I was just nice to him. And he asked me what I do, why I'm wearing white, why I do what I do, why I'm here. Anyway, got into a conversation. And then today, anyway, he was just very kind. And I always say kindness always pays off. The other day we went to get some shopping, right? And you know how it is everywhere. There's queues everywhere. And so we didn't have a trolley. And so we had quite a few things in our hands. And then just out of the blue, there was other people, but just out of the blue, one lady comes and she says, would you like this trolley? And these are trolleys, you know, where you put the coin and you take it out. But she was happy to just give us her trolley. I mean, just these things just keep happening. And I'm just saying that not out of arrogance, but, you know, if you also have this energy of giving and caring and just being nice, then the universe just also is very nice, is caring. I also wanted actually to share another example. When I was, actually I was in Turkey at one time when I was living in Turkey. I know some Turkish people are online. And we were going from one side to the other, and somebody was driving us. And we happened to be a full car because we had gone to a program. I had spoken something there. So we were going back over the bridge. And then we had this really, really very, what to say, horrifying accident. But you know what? Like the car was a write-off, but the three of us at the back and the husband, wife in the front, nothing happened to any of us. We walked away without a scratch. And again, I remember that moment. It was years ago now, but I just thank my good karma and the good karma of everyone with me that we were really safe. So why is it, think about it, why is it that some people are protected in the same situation while some people pass away? And that is the result of doing the good, and that good karma then comes back to you. So anyway, I was talking about the spiritual protection. So yeah, the thoughts, the words, the deeds. So words, we haven't spoken about words. So again, you know, if I've said something nasty, the only way to clear that is to be nice back. You see, I can't say, well, yeah, I'm sending them good wishes now. It's okay. No, it's not okay. If I have said something rude to someone, I have to clear it on the level at which that karma was created. So if I was rude with my words, I do have to apologize and say, you know what, I'm really sorry. If the negative karma was actually physical karma, then I need to pay back. I need to give back whatever. If I've damaged something, I need to repair it or pay them something so they can repair it. I can't say, yeah, okay, you know what, I'm okay with it now. It won't be fully settled. Let's put it that way. It won't be fully settled, the karma. So yes, if I want to make sure that I'm spiritually protected, then just see everything, just keep settling everything, just see everything as a settlement of karma. And for that, we need a great amount of humility. If we have the ego, the resistance, and then we'll think, well, that's not my problem, that's your problem. And it doesn't help the situation. And I really do believe that this period that we're going through is a time of settlement. And anyway, if you've taken the meditation course, you'll understand that with karma, we need to settle all our karma at some point. And so whatever's happening, let me accept it and embrace it, not resist it, not fight it, not struggle with it. And as I just accept it, and as you sit with that karma, whatever it is, whether it's a person, it's an insult, it's betrayal, it's offense, whatever it is, as you just sit with that, you will really feel like it's happening to another person. Like you'll be so detached from it. So you see it happening, but in a way you are beyond it. It's not affecting you. You're not taking sorrow from it. Okay, so this is my first thing: thoughts, words, deeds, positive, and really start now. I mean, I always say this, that we cannot afford to have a negative thought. We really can't. Because one negative is not just one negative thought, is it? Like when we plant one mango seed, do we just get one mango? No, we get hundreds, thousands over years. So we can't We can't afford to have one negative thought. Yes, so back to, as I was saying, the virtues. So we need to apply now the virtues. And I'm sure all of you are listening to a lot of seminars online in different ways, I mean, through different speakers. But we actually need to now really apply this knowledge. And maybe there's just a few people around us, and it's not like before. It's not like you're going to work or you're out on the streets or commuting by public transport. But it doesn't matter, you see. We can practice by what we call sending light and might to all the souls. So if I have this ability, right, to send a powerful thought to someone, and we all understand this, right, telepathy, then can I not have that same ability to send a powerful thought to me? So when I say to you, and maybe just, why don't you just practice this? So right now, I'd like you to think of somebody that's close to you, that you love, not physically close, but close in your heart. And I would like you to just send them powerful love and good wishes. And right now it's 8 p.m. in Bahrain, Kuwait. It's 6 p.m. here in London. But anyway, just keep zapping them. Visualize them in the forefront of your mind and keep zapping them with lots of love. Even if you visualize hearts, if you visualize that they're a wonderful person, you wish the best for them. Just create a few of those thoughts and keep zapping them. Okay. And then at some point, not now, at some point you will ask them, okay, did you feel the love that I was sending to you? And I bet you they will, because I've done this experiment many times actually, and it has worked. So what I was saying is, just as, you know, we can send somebody else. So when we sit in meditation, it's almost like you have to just step out of yourself here consciously. Like consciously means your conscious mind is looking down at the body, and then it's like you shower yourself with those love and good wishes. And really, you will feel so protected. And I've shared this story once or twice, but I like to do it again because it's very pertinent to today's topic. And that is, there was a lady who was walking down this alleyway, and she saw this guy sitting there, but she just remembered God and said, well, she remembered Christ, and that was her God. And she just walked through the alley saying Christ's name. Anyway, next day, there was a lady who was murdered down that alleyway, same alleyway. Anyway, she went to the police station, inquired more what happened and this and that. And they said that, yes, there was a murder, a rape and a murder, etc. This story had come in a newspaper somewhere. I don't know if it's real or what, but anyway, I believe it. And so she said, well, I was walking down that street last night, and if you allow me, I would love to speak to that man. Because by then, you know, they'd caught him through CCTV and all this. So she went to ask him, did you not see me? I was walking down the same street yesterday. And he said, yeah, I did see you. So she said, well, why didn't you pick on me? And he said, well, you were with someone. And she said, no. And he said, yeah, I saw someone beside you. So you see, what she felt was God's protection, God's light as she walked through the alley, whereas the other one was really walking alone. So this is my second point of one is the good thoughts, words, deeds. Second is the showering of light. And really as we're sending love and good wishes to others, to ourselves. And now third is this connection with God. And however you see God, but just to feel like his rays of light, when there is like a spotlight on you, visualize this, that there's a spotlight on me, and that spotlight is of God. And just visualize it, imagine it even. Yes, imagine it. Even if, because some people say, well, I don't believe in this and that. Okay, doesn't matter. Just imagine that there is this light. And the spotlight, as you know, always goes like a pyramid. So imagine yourself standing under that pyramid of light. And honestly, I feel this a lot and just feel comforted by that feeling. And God's light really, really protects. And again, I've had that experience, and also walking around here everywhere. It's not so bad here in terms of we don't have a curfew or anything. But of course, we keep the distance. People are spacing out in the lines. They're only allowing certain people into the shops at a time. One goes out, one comes in. But there's not that paranoia so much. From what I see, there's not so much fear. So anyway, we're getting on with life, but all I'm saying is as I walk out also, I just say, okay, I'm going to surround myself with that shield of God's light. But again, it has to come from the heart, yeah, not the head. It has to be the faith. It's not just lip service. So really believe it, really feel it, because everything is about belief, isn't it? If you believe it, then it works. Okay, let's move on to inner power, and then we can take some questions or do meditation. So yes, how to build that inner power? Well, we always emphasize on thoughts. But as I said, we have to apply those thoughts in our life. Because there's many of us who may think of doing something, but it's not actually till we do it that it becomes a powerful action. And it's not till we actually do it that we develop that self-confidence. So we all may think of, climbing Mount Everest. We all may think of hiking, bungee jumping, traveling the world, I don't know, driving, losing weight is always another one. We all dream of doing these things, but until we actually get down and do it, we won't know. We won't feel the joy of it, the beauty of it, and the self-confidence that comes from it. So the power comes from the doing, you see? The power comes from the doing. Powerful thoughts are only as powerful if I'm able to put them into practice. Otherwise, it's not a powerful thought. So if I say, yes, I'm going to lose 2 kilos, even 3 kilos, or no, tomorrow I'm going to walk 10,000 steps. But if it just stays as a thought, it's not powerful, is it? It's powerful when I say I'm going to walk and then I actually do it. And I prove it that I've done it. So that is powerful thoughts. I have taken the thought, put it into action, and I've proven that it's a powerful thought. Because until I do it, it stays as a weak thought. That's why we can't say, oh, tomorrow. It's not about tomorrow, it's about now. Yes, you can plan for tomorrow, but when tomorrow comes, it better be today, because otherwise, see, this is how we lose the confidence. This is how we become weak, when we don't do what we say we're going to do. There has to actually be alignment. Thought, word, deed. There has to be this alignment. And when there isn't that alignment, then I feel guilty inside. I don't like myself. I feel out of control. I get depressed, hopeless. But who's doing that? Who's creating that? I'm creating that for myself. Nobody's doing that for me. So we really take small steps. Even I would suggest, don't think of big things, right? So even now with this whole staying in, so make little steps. Say, okay, tomorrow you're going to do half an hour meditation, and do it. Say you're going to send somebody a nice message, or you're going to phone someone and tell them, you know what, you're so wonderful. And I haven't told you, but you have this qualities. I mean, whatever, send thoughts, do something with your words, or do something with your actions, but just do it. Because as I said, really, as you do it, you give fire to that action. And if you keep doing more and more of it, that's how you become a powerful soul. A powerful soul is somebody who does what they say they're going to do. They're going to, yeah, they do what they do what they say they're going to do. Okay. And so we always say power is powerful thoughts, which is food for the mind, food for the soul. So we all know, right? Last week, I don't know, some of you might have been on the other talk where we had Eric, and he was talking about the diet of the mind. So we need to have a very good diet of the thoughts that we give to ourselves. And can I please say something? Please, please, don't watch the TV, please. I'm so glad that I don't have a TV, because the TV is just feeding you lots and lots of fear and just lots and lots of news. And we don't even know if it's real news. There's a lot of fake news going around. But you know what? You don't need to watch the TV. I'm sure everybody knows now what they need to do as a precaution measure for COVID. And now just live. You don't need more information about the virus. Just live, just be happy, and just keep boosting your immune system. We don't need the TV to tell us, there's so many deaths and this has happened there and that, and now these people are suffering. We don't need that. And somebody else was saying, actually, they showed this news. They said it's in Italy. Then they showed the same clipping in another news channel and said this is in New York. It's the same place, but they're saying it's in a different country. I mean, same clipping, but they said it's in a different country. So please, because the box, and what is the television? The television is a television, which means tell me a vision, right? We're telling the box, give me a vision, because I can't create my own vision now. I'm not creative enough. I'm too lazy. You give me a vision. Okay, vision of life, how it should be, etc. However you interpret that. And then what do you have on the television? You have channels, right? And then what do you have on the channels? So channels is what? Channeling. So this is channeling information into your head, right? And then what do you have on each channel? You have programming. So the TV is programming us. That's its intention, to program us. And we need to reprogram our own mind. We need to program our minds as how we want to program them. So please, really, my request to you is don't watch the TV. So I can go on and on, but I think time is coming to an end. So is there anybody who would like to ask any question? Please put on the chat board, yeah. So we can do a little meditation if you like. And then we can end with some questions, okay? I prefer to do a meditations because we have this quiet space now. And let's do a meditation too. Anyway, so back to just to finish about the power. Yes. So inner power is generated by creating powerful thoughts in my mind. And this is what when we sit in meditation, can you sit and meditate and have an angry thought for somebody? Can you have a nasty thought for somebody? That's not meditation. That's like a curse, right? So when you sit in meditation, you have to clean out your mind, you have to clean out your heart, just fill it with lots of, good stuff. And then you sit in meditation, and then that's what you're feeling. And that's what gives us so much happiness from inside. And that's the feeling of protection. Because when you really send out that love and good wishes to others, the blessings that you get from others is also a protection. This is the other thing. Blessings protect us. That's why everybody wants blessings. In fact, in the Hindu, before you start anything, you have to protect yourself from the evil eye. And for that, they want blessings, right? Even in Turkey, you have that blue eye that is nazar, and in Arab countries. So what is all this? We know that there is negative energy all around, and we have to protect ourselves from that. So first it starts with here in our mind and our thoughts. So that's what I want us to practice now. And then as you do more and more meditation, it becomes a part of your DNA to just create that, not just light around you, but I also create light around the house when I go to bed at night. And it's not fear, it's just you're telling your subconscious mind that you've closed, just as you physically close the windows, you're telling your subconscious mind that everything's okay, everything's whatever, locked as it's meant to be. And now you can be at peace. And so with that mental peace of mind, I'm able to rest very comfortably and not get distressed and not get peaceless. So I can have a good deep sleep. Okay, shall we have some meditation? Yeah, so just sit comfortably, just 5 minutes. So just sit comfortably wherever you are. Just try and look in front of you. Can we have some music, BMC? So I look at my inner world of thoughts and feelings. And what do I see? In fact, right now, what am I feeling? Am I feeling safe right here inside of me? And who and what is going to protect me? Which savior am I waiting for to protect me? I am my own savior. So right now, I create a few affirmations. I am always protected. Just repeat this quietly in your mind. I am always protected. There is always a guiding light over me. God's divine light wards off all negative energy. I am so light and carefree. My inside is bubbling with happiness. I'm so powerful that I have enough love for all the 8 billion souls in the world. I'm so powerful that my every thought takes form into action. I'm so powerful that I'm able to zap others with my love and good wishes, no matter how far they are. So right now, I'd like you to just sit under the umbrella of God's light. And just feel the comfort, the security, and most importantly, God's love. And when you're ready, just come back to this moment, back to this cyber classroom. And just hold on to that peace, that inner calm. Thank you. So I have a few questions. How do you make yourself mentally so strong with constant negativity in corporate life? There's always a reminder about Harry. Well, yes and no. I mean, there's the story again of Buddha, right? That if somebody's giving you something and you don't take it, then who does it stay with? So it stays with them, right? I'm giving you this and you don't take it. So it stays with me. So if somebody's throwing negative energy at you, don't take it. It's really our choice. Actually, we think the strength is in trying to do something with that energy, whereas the strength is in doing nothing with it. The strength is in not being affected by it. The strength is in not taking it and not reacting. And as I said, really, full stop. Like, they know, their karma knows. Don't take it on. It's not for you. Thank you, Inji. And sometimes when you are loving and accommodating for others, it gets viewed as a weakness in personality and becomes challenging to set boundaries. How to achieve a balance? See, but loving and accommodation, yeah, that's the question, how to create a balance. So you see, with every virtue, we don't say we balance it with a vice, but we say every virtue has to be balanced with a law. So, for example, you can give love, but it's also not sensible, right? To keep giving love. Like, you love your kids, but would you dote on them so much that you let them do everything they want to do? No. So your love is also the firmness. Your love is also the strictness. Your love is also the discipline. And that's what you have to say to them. You have to say, okay, I'm going to let you go out, but you're going to have to be back at 10 o'clock. That's your love. It's not your love that you say, fine, come back 2, 3 in the morning. It's not a problem. So you have to balance the love with law. And no, it's not a weakness. I think your side of the question is when you keep loving, then people think you're being too nice, right? So, no, because your love is your power, right? I always say when you have so much of something and you're willing to give it, then I wouldn't say that people are taking advantage of me. I mean, you have so much to give, so you're giving. It's when you don't want to give or when you don't have enough, then you say that people are taking advantage, right? But say I had an apple tree here, and I have so many apples that even if the neighbors steal some, I don't mind because I have so many, right? So when you have abundance of something and somebody's taking it from you, it doesn't matter because you're still in abundance. So when you're full of love, doesn't matter, really. Here's another one. The environment around our living area is full of severe negative energy. How can I be stable and remain powerful to spread peace around? Well, where are you going to find a positive environment? Like, isn't it negative everywhere? So it's not any place we can run to, you see? We have to run inside. And my experience is if I can just keep that peace and calm inside, then this is the atmosphere, right? We say Atma, sphere, the sphere around the soul. So if I can just keep myself, like in the eye of the storm, I can just keep myself stable in the eye of the storm, then I will begin to emit. Hello? I'm really sorry, my computer My computer just hung up. I'm very sorry. So I've missed all the other questions, actually. I'm so sorry. Yeah. Just log on to the Arabic. So anyway, I know time is up, but just wanted to say a proper bye, unless somebody has something to say.
Aruna, Om
Yeah.
Shanti. Yeah. So we get overwhelming gratitude from everyone, as you can
Yeah.
see. So it's overflowing. So really, this means a lot to us.
I'm really
to
sorry about
everyone.
that, but at least we were able to finish the session. Yeah.
Yeah. There are some questions related to what you were saying. Actually, no, it was coming out earlier. But anyway, really, so from all over the world, so there is an overwhelming gratitude that really we come up with this way by which we can have ourselves protected no matter what. So in behalf of everyone, we want to express really, okay, our appreciation for the time, that energy, and that loving energy and concern that you always exude whenever you are around, your loving presence, your joyful presence.
Thank you, Vicky.
Thank you so much. Yeah, we hope to see you around physically
Yeah,
sooner
well,
or
we hope to
later.
see each other physically, everyone.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, everyone, for coming.
And everyone, yeah, thank
Meditate.
you for being with us also. Yeah. And we look forward for another beautiful meeting.
Yeah.
So thank you, and
Thank you so much. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
Stay safe.
Yeah.
Stay safe. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you for your inspiration, for your life and love. Thank you for your recognition of the one above. Thank you for your sweet compassion, for your life of truth. Thank you for walking on this earth. Thank you for being you. The river flows back to the ocean. The trees turn back to dust. The sun must set as the day it ends, and so shall all of us. The gift of silence is returned to each one's soul by soul. I know you hold it in your you.